event around Bitcoin Ordinals in Miami. We have a very special guest, Butoshi, who is there. That's going to kind of walk us through it today. We're also going to get to Sotheby's auction where they're actually bidding off Bitcoin Ordinals. That ends tomorrow. Definitely a catalyst for the Bitcoin Ordinals art scene. And of course, what is Bitcoin going to do? Is it going to retrace from here? Is it going to break past 50K? We're going to talk about that in this video. So this show is on X. If you're on X or Twitter, you can interact there. But we're also on the Ninja Alerts YouTube if you want your chat to be able to be filtered through. And obviously, the show is brought to you by Ninja Alerts, which just announced that within the next week we'll announce our official mint date and of course our snapshot for the top 1,000. It's not too late for that top 1,000 allow list. We actually just put out an informative video walking you through exactly how to get it. So while it's not too late, it is increasingly getting more competitive. So go check that video out.
Wait, since I'm on this show, do I get a ninja?
I can't promise it. What do you think, Ken?
Oh, it's not up to me, bro. It's not up to me.
Yeah, you know what? If Trevor gives the go-ahead on anybody, I don't care. But it's not my say so, and I think our previous guest would be pretty upset.
I already know what Trevor's gonna say. He's gonna, you could have granted for whitelist. You don't get special privileges. Blah blah blah.
Wait, you didn't make a pizza video?
Okay, you know what's actually? I'm actually gonna whip this out of my closet real quick. Hold up.
Okay.
Starting off heavy.
You see this? This is a ninja costume.
Oh.
So I could get Ninja Alerts whitelist. You know why I didn't make a pizza video? Because all the pizza places near me closed when I was available and I had to leave on a trip.
What?
Wow,
now I just have a ninja costume for no reason at all.
Oh my gosh, that's such like a horrid story.
But just know that I tried.
Man, how's that even happen? There's a place like on Earth that doesn't have like pizza places, and specifically like in the US, like around you?
Because there's like the other pizza places are straight ass near me, and there's like one in specific that's like my go-to, but they were closed, and I was like, oh
man, that's wild. Well, Billy got there. He got to like the top 10 of the list in like 1 day or 2 days. He's a regular on our show. He's actually was in Miami. Did you meet Billy while you're in Miami?
Oh yeah, Billy's my boy.
Heck yeah. We're gonna get to Miami in just a bit because like I want to see all the pictures and talk about it and hear about it because that was the first Bitcoin Ordinals event that I'm aware of in Miami, Art Basel. So really excited to hear that. Had FOMO watching everybody. I want to talk about the topic of this episode first. It's got to be discussed because Bitcoin has just been going up and up and up the last 90 days. And we just saw a retracement. I'll go ahead and share my screen right here. And here it is. We just saw a retracement, but it held at 40K. And this is the Bitcoin Ordinals banter. So we, of course, got to talk about Bitcoin.
It's so over.
Also, yeah, it's so over. Also, Crypto Slam, look at this volume, man. Like, it's like, look at all this green just like across the chart. Transactions, buyers, sellers, sales on the like Bitcoin DeFi side of things. So I don't know. What's your overall thoughts right now on the market sentiment, Butoshi?
Bullish just fun. Bro, all the DGens gather around in Miami. We had free open bars again, hella events. Like people are feeling like they have money again. So it's pretty bullish. Also, it showed Sats on the top. No, wasn't Sats? Isn't there something about Sats being listed on an exchange?
Yeah, so in some of the groups I'm in, including the Ninja PFP one, shout out to that one, was talking about, basically Sats got listed on Binance, I guess, or speculation of them getting listed on Binance. But I've been sick for the past few days, so it's been kind of hard for me to like really stay on the pulse. But that's kind of what I've seen and heard.
Wait, so it's not confirmed yet. It's just like
I'm honestly not sure at this point, but it's up 1,170% in sales. 544% more buyers. So whatever it was, if it's not confirmed, it's all but confirmed. It looks like with this action. So shout out, dude, Billy. That's why he's not on the show anymore. He's retired. He's done.
He has sats.
Bro, he's been sat farming for like months since we started the show. He's like every show. He's like, guys, you need to be sending in sats to these exchanges and taking them out and fishing for the rare sats. And dude, he just sold his. I guess he just sold. He didn't really, but I'm just guessing. He just sold his whole bag to Binance, and he's good, man.
But that's the Sats BRC20 though. That's not like rare Sats.
That's fair. That's fair. But I guarantee you, Billy's still pretty hooked up when it comes to that. Yeah.
This casino's gross. This casino's so funny. Imagine spending $100 on a mint. It's worth $2.2 million today, and like fumbling it, even though you're in the space since like day one. It's like.
I mean, we all did to an extent. You know, if you're here since the beginning, then and you didn't kind of capitalize on some of those early opportunities, or you sold too early, it's like we're all sitting in the same.
Guys,
in the
it's
same
still
boat.
early. It's okay. It's still early. There'll be opportunities. It's no big deal.
Man, so I was gonna save this for the end, but we can actually talk about this first and then go to the other topics. You know, we're talking about like being early. I see you're a part of two collections. You're co-founder and founder of Butoshi's and the Sub 10K.
Yes, the
You know,
Bitcoin
while
booze.
we're on that topic of being early, do you want to talk about kind of like what got you into Bitcoin Ordinals and these projects?
Yeah, I'm super down. So basically, I was a degenerate ETH NFT trader for 2.5 years since like 2021, or like late 2020. And then I was trading hella NFTs. It's kind of how I made like most of my money in the crypto space. And I would see all these projects, and I'd be like, some projects are just so bad at what they do. Other projects straight rug. Some projects had a good idea. Some projects fucked up. And I was just kind of learning all of these lessons from like these several hundred projects I was going through to like make money and flip. And then hit other deeds, sold the other deeds stock, basically dumped my bags before the crypto market crashed. And I took a nice several month break away from the stress of this degenerate crypto space, because that is super important and it's so easy to lose yourself. It was so bad. And then one fateful day, I'm very intuitive, so I listened to my gut feeling a lot. And one day my gut was just like, check Discord. I was like, okay, that's so odd. So I checked Discord, and then I saw a random alpha call. Hey, fill out this Google form for an Ordinals Punk. It's like Bitcoin NFTs. It's like, what the fuck? Like, is it counterparty? Wait, can I cuss on the show? I don't know. Is it counterparty? Was it stats?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't really mess with those like layer 2 because it's not Bitcoin. They're like, no, it's like layer 1 natively on Bitcoin. I literally dropped everything I was doing, like full set researching this, ordered an SSD to like set up my node, and I just started because I was like, wait, if I am early for this protocol in specific, this is the greatest opportunity anyone will ever have in their life to start a project or do something or influence the space, and we could build it out from day one. So that's basically how I got into Ordinals, and with my co-founder Blue, we started the Bitcoin Boost project, and we've just been here since February, literally every single day, building the space out, pilling all of my ETH NFT groups from back then. I'm like, you guys should really check out Ordinals. Like, the upside here is so massive. And a good amount of people who did listen to me actually did get that upside. And the other one that didn't are like messaging me like, hey, like, please let me get in. So I'm still like funneling like my old like alpha groups into Ordinals and kind of like educating them and showing them. But that's essentially how it was early. It was just a sick call in an alpha group, and I just wanted to capitalize on it ASAP.
Yeah, man, I love it. You know, we got to pull it up here on the your Bitcoin Boost project. I see that the inscriptions were pretty low too, as low as 3,314. Did you have to do like the whole like Sparrow wallet to like mint these originally, or set up a Bitcoin node? Or?
I had to set up a Bitcoin node and do everything from scratch and inscribe it like one at a time. So we have 100. There's actually 60% that are sub 10K, and the other 40% are post 10K. I don't know if Trevor's gonna get mad at me for shilling on my show, but you did give me the platform, so I will take it.
Oh yeah, man, you showed up.
Chill.
Yeah, chill, man.
Okay. But all right, if you're giving me the show, you go on the website. I actually like really like the website a lot. But one of the biggest things I do with the project is I use AI to quite literally give the characters life and soul. So they all have the ability to actually feel, think, and evolve based on user interactions over time. And I'm like an AI nerd, so I've been full sending that. And I'm like, how can I combine Ordinals with AI in a fun way? And this is essentially how I started it. Hey, Trevor said I get the show. Let's go. Okay. Appreciate you, Trevor. You know, Trevor's actually goated because I DM'd him since they wanted me to mod at Ordinals conference. And I asked Trevor for tips, and I took the tips, and they said I did good. So thank you, Trevor.
Heck yeah. You know, Mr. Wagme brought up a really good point. I don't know if Trevor was here for it. Butoshi actually bought his ninja outfit, and then apparently, allegedly, every pizza place around him closed
Allegedly.
and didn't serve pizza. So Mr. Wagme says, make the pizza video live, have it ordered there.
Word.
Oh my god, dude, that's hilarious.
It's gonna take longer, but if you ever want me back on the show, like, I will do it live.
Ayo, heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, we'd love to have you.
Okay, that's basically the majority of my show. I don't want to like show no more.
Okay, I mean, we could always revisit it. It's fine, man. Because like again, you came. We want to hear more about Ordinals projects on the show. You know, we're literally Bitcoin Ordinals banter. So if you have a project that you want to talk about, you know, that's kind of what we do.
Okay, I appreciate that.
What was your inspiration behind the project?
I didn't really have. I was just a nerd, and I kind of like I love Dungeons and Dragons. I love like medieval RPG games, and I also love pixel art. And to me, there was a trend forming with ordinals early on where everything was pixel art. It was kind of like a reminiscent of the internet and early art, and just it was mostly pixel art that was going around. So I was like, okay, pixel art, medieval project, let's just run it, and that was basically the vibe.
Heck yeah. Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of early. Yeah, Trevor just said if we can get a live pizza video on the show, that's 500 points.
500 points.
500 points, man. That's you might have to take that once you're done with your week, because I know it's been crazy. You said that you did like a 12-hour. We talked a little bit before this. You want to talk about your Miami experience real quick, and then getting back home.
Oh my god. Okay, so basically, so I flew in the 5th at night and slept. So the day started on the 6th and the 7th. Those are both the Ordinals no-show events, which, by the way, slaps. All the no-show events slaps every single time. I will get the pizza and the ninja costume, Trevor. Don't worry about that. We'll have both. But the no-show events were slapping. They go at the conference the next day. The next 2 days were other events, other DGOT events. I didn't go to those, but I went to the Rug Radio Mansion for both days. Oh, wow. And then to celebrate a very successful trip, I ended off at Trippy Labs, which is actually a rave that went on from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I had a flight at 9 a.m. It was like a 9-hour rave. I was like, do Miami, do they party this hard? It was my first time being 21 in Miami. So I was like, do people party this hard? The answer is yes. These fucking degenerates are insane. And somehow I was able to survive. And I actually remember I had an Uber schedule because I was like, I have to leave this rave at this time. I can't overstay or I'm gonna miss my flight. I got a ping saying my Uber was on the way, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to leave. I still had energy. And then I died on the plane.
Yeah, I imagine, man. I would have just passed out after that experience. Did you end up making it to the Gamma event? Actually, have Gamma popped up. Their all-day Bitcoin Ordinals event, I think it was on the 7th.
Yeah, I was a speaker. I was a speaker in the panels at that event. So I went to that event. If you go on my Twitter account, scroll down a bit, you could actually see the 2 pictures I posted regarding that event. But it was super fun. There are a lot of Ordinals people that showed up. There are also a lot of people who are just interested in Ordinals because of the numbers and the profits and the Sotheby's auctions and everything that's coming up.
Yeah.
So it's that one.
Okay.
So that was the community panel that I was leading the convo and moderating with Owl, Ragsy, and Zero. That one was super fun. It was a engaging hype panel is what they said. So I'm proud about that one. And then the bottom picture is me moderating. Right after Trevor, I sat in Trevor's seat. I hope that I get to grow some.
Who did it better?
Dude. Oh, Trevor's a pro. I just kind of like mimic Trevor on like how he did his thing so I could learn from it. But Trevor is definitely the GOAT here. I'm a mere apprentice. So.
Did you see Trevor's time lapse?
Yeah. Okay.
I won't roast him. I won't roast him on the show, but it was pretty fun.
I was actually sitting like right during that like specific panel. I was sitting right there, like in the back right front, and he's just like out here just serving. Oh, mess with the spirit a bit.
That was it just looks so funny in time lapse because it's just like straightening that beard up the whole time. Yeah. So there's
I kind of want to see the time lapse now, bro. I didn't see it. Where is it?
It's on Gamma. I'll get to it. We'll go to it. So it's from this discussion. Okay. I didn't realize this was gonna be an outside event. So that's is that not Brett or Eli Herf?
That is Eli. Yeah.
Okay. He's usually with us. He's one of our regulars on the show. He's just still traveling right now. On-Chain Monkeys. We probably got a couple more of our regulars in here. I think this is it.
Yeah, that one.
So you have Ninja Alerts and
let me mute it. Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh, shit. Oh no! Oh, I've never seen this. Oh my god!
That edit is hilarious, bro.
Shit!
In person, it didn't look like he was just like constantly doing that.
Dude, I think it's hilarious to see that Gamma posted it. Dude, it wasn't even like one of his friends, like Gamma, but like it's not.
That is one of his friends.
It's not like one of like the side accounts, like Eli Herf posting it or like Jan posting it. It was like straight. Let's go from the Gamma account and post this. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, that was pretty that was pretty funny.
So what was like some of the highlights of the Bitcoin Ordinals event for you, Butoshi?
Well, for my specific highlights, it was definitely speaking because I've never spoken in public before, but because of the Ordinals Are Dead show, they literally told me in an email, just pretend like you're on the Ordinals Are Dead show. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like proud about that. That was my highlight. Besides that, it was just all the real Ordinal motherfuckers like go to those events and you get to connect with all of them. So it's just a highlight being there. And then the after party was cool. It was like cool seeing the art. There's a lot of Node Monkey sponsorship that I've noticed.
Oh, nice. I thought they had some beef with Gamma.
Wait,
They were
what?
They were displayed
Gotcha.
at like, you know how they have the art displays and it's like electronic. There was actually like a fire Node Monkey display.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. I saw one of those. I don't know who posted it. But yeah, and unfortunately, we do usually have Belle on here too. She was also in Miami at this event. She wasn't able to make it due to an unfortunate circumstance tonight. But she posted a lot of pictures too, just from Art Basel. It looked like, I know, look, there's Jan and Trevor right there.
Trevor looking dapper, Jan looking massive.
Dude, the first time I met Jan, I was like so thrown off because like he had this like Moonbird PFP. So I just imagine like a really small person.
Wait, are you saying that Moonbird holders are all small?
No, just like it's psychological, man. Like you think of Moonbirds, I think of like this like tiny little bird thing, and it just psychologically like messed with my mind. And then I met him, and he like consumed me. I was
literally like
wait, hold on. That's back. You say he consumed you?
Wait.
Massive.
Wait, let's slow down, Chris. He consumed you?
Oh my God.
What the hell is going on, bro?
Definitely had some FOMO though.
Wait, where did you meet him?
I met him in. I'll go ahead and close this for now. I met Jan in Consensus in Austin. I went to a Gamma event actually. I think it was either Gamma or Stacks. I don't remember I think it was Stacks event.
Stacks, I believe.
Yeah, Ordinals?
No, it was just Stacks. It was before Ordinals.
Oh, okay.
Before the protocol, like not long before it. I wasn't even like, I didn't go there for that purpose. I was actually there for another reason, and it just happened to be going on. So like I made a detour and like saw everybody that I could. It's kind of funny. I got to meet some people that I now work with, so that was kind of cool. Like meeting some people before I knew that I would even work with them. So yeah, definitely a lot of alpha at these events because like you can make connections that are going to last a long time. You have like the real enthusiasts there. Hot take, but like there's so many like losers that like sit behind their keyboards like with nothing better to do than like bring people down, and those people just aren't at events. Like they don't get up and go to events because like they're like too busy doing other stuff
because they're pussy. Well, in my controversial take, the people who are keyboard warriors who talk shit online but don't go to the events like talk shit online because anonymity gives them power.
Yeah. Honestly, that anonymity, that's a very good way to say it, because like you have this like almost like an alter ego, like Jekyll and Hyde type thing. And you can like kind of get away with it because like you're not doxxed or anything. But yeah, it's really nice to see that in person, most of the vibes are good. And like you don't see a bunch of like random drama. I had one event I went to, there was a lot of drama leading up to it, and dude, nothing happened. Like everybody was fine. They're all chill.
I mean, it's just like seeing people in person too. It's like, oh, you're actually in person. Like, wait, these people are real.
Yeah.
Like, it's just chill vibes. And it's like, no, like the point of the crypto space is to say anonymous. I'm not saying that if you're anonymous, you're a pussy. I'm saying if you're a keyboard warrior and you're anonymous, you're a pussy. Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
Like my anonymouses.
Oh, Flame is in the chat on Twitter.
Hi, Flame! I'm not Flame. He's tight as fuck.
Hey.
Yeah, he was there, of course, and he actually spoke on the Ordinal show Monday about his experience at the event, and it was really cool hearing his thoughts. And he basically said, the same things we just said, of like it's just a good opportunity to meet artists and enthusiasts in the Bitcoin Ordinals ecosystem. And I believe, I don't want to misquote him, but I believe he even considered it like a historical event for Bitcoin Ordinals, which I would say the same, even though I wasn't there.
The Miami one, the most recent one?
Yeah.
Dude, to me, I agree with that. I feel that every Bitcoin event is pretty historical, but Amsterdam was the first like Ordinals conference, like Ordinals focused conference, not just Ordinals like piggybacking, but focused around Ordinals. That was the first one in Amsterdam. But now this was the first Ordinals event in the United States, which is way more accessible to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why it was pretty massive to me.
I don't think that registered with me, but yeah, that makes sense. I mean, again, it's like we're acting like these have been around for so long, but like
Only been
it's
10
not
months.
even been a year yet, you know? Or like doesn't like actually isn't it like 2 days marks the 1 year anniversary for like the first inscription? Or am I off?
I think he might actually. be
Yeah, I think it was
right.
at the end of December, but it wasn't official till January.
Okay. We need that's when we need Billy or Casey on here to talk about it.
Charlie knows all the dates.
The
My bad,
first
Charlie.
inscription was
My bad,
made on
Charlie.
January 22nd, 2023.
Okay. For some reason I was thinking December 14th. Just kept on popping up in my
Yeah,
head.
Actually, I think I might be wrong.
The skull was in December, but it wasn't really official ordinals
Mm.
until January. Because I remember this, because I had we had the what was it called? I'm forgetting what it's called. We had this questionnaire here. I had that little thing where I had different questions of when ordinals started.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I remember it so well.
Oh, the
Those
skull
are the
was
answers.
December 14th. So it is 2 days.
Heyo. I remembered
Yeah.
something. Let's go.
Let's go.
W for Chris Coffee. Heck yeah, man. That's gonna be wild. Once we hit that 1 year anniversary, that's gonna be wild. You know, like I don't know if you've been keeping up, but there's just been so much. Like I would say, just as of recently, there's been like increasing like FUD. I don't really like that word, but you know what I mean, for lack of better words. I had this like kind of on the side of the topic list, but I don't know if you kept up with the whole Luke Dash Jr. Drama with like trying to censor Bitcoin ordinals via ocean mining. Man, that's a whirlwind, huh?
All of that was funny. I would reply under all of the tweets, just boxing people. And they would actually get a lot of engagement. But I don't know. It's just like a show. It's like the more you guys talk about this, the bigger ordinals gets.
Yeah.
Like
Kinda
you guys
like-
are doing us a favor.
One of those like any
Yeah.
publicity is good publicity type things.
Yeah, and like the biggest thing that I understand is because my understanding of Bitcoin is when we want to make changes in the network, it requires majority of the network's approval, right? From like devs, miners, and node runners. So to me, they're like talking about how guaranteed this fix is coming through, and I'm like, y'all are forgetting about the entire decentralized democracy we got to go through first, which is not going to agree with all of these. And just the way they talk about it being like so certain this is going to go through, it's just like, are they living in delusions? Like, do they know something that we don't? It's just
Yeah.
so interesting.
Yeah, they're delusional for sure.
They're just delusional.
For sure. 100%.
Yeah, it's just a weird debate to me that it like matters. You know, it's like you're essentially getting upset that people are using your chain. You know, and it's like you know, it's just kind of like, oh, like people are actually using it. Like, what do you expect when people started using it? Like the fees would eventually go up. So I don't know. It's just, the whole thing is kind of like bizarre to me. But
it's just, well, you guys know how Discord changed their app recently.
yeah, it kind of messed up, man.
I hate it. I was gonna say, like, I hate the app change. So I'm like, bro, I hate change. Why'd they change this? And for some reason, maybe think about all the Bitcoin maxis during this day. I'm like, oh, you know, I kind of understand them.
That
They've
yeah,
been doing this for like 14 years and it changed out of nowhere. Like, I think I dislike it too for a bit, but I think it'll grow onto them. I
Yeah.
think they'll fold eventually.
yeah.
Wait,
it's-
my Discord is still the same. I keep hearing that, but it's nothing has changed for
Be
me.
blessed. Keep it like that because this update sucks. I hate it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Okay.
It's like I like lose my DMs because they're like separate than like the rest of my messages now. Like it's like a whole separate like tab, and I just like forget where they're at. It's on mobile. I think on like the regular it's like pretty normal, but like on mobile it's like messed up.
Oh yeah.
Like
Wait.
I didn't even use it.
You're gonna bring up the Sotheby auctions, right?
Yeah, I had that pulled up because this actually is. So if you're not familiar, Sotheby's is doing a Bitcoin ordinal auction. I think they're originally doing these 3 ordinals that are early inscriptions, and it ends tomorrow. So I actually haven't looked at any of the prices. I kind of wanted a live look with you guys, kind of seeing where these things are at. Now, Trevor and the rest of the ordinal show did host somebody from Sotheby's on their ordinal show Monday, and he was basically saying that a lot of the action usually happens in the last 24 hours. So whatever it's at now, we could probably see it like a lot different, 24 hours from now. But I guess we'll see. So it looks like these close December 13th on my time, I'm central, between 11 and 11:03 a.m. Let me see the current bid is that 60K?
Yeah.
Or yeah,
60K?
60K, 53 bids on it.
Woo.
If you scroll down, it shows you the inscription number.
Okay,
Oh, it's number
dude, description 38. What?
Wow.
Dude, that's probably Billy, man. I bet Billy's that top Billy. He'd be the guy, man. I wouldn't even be like, if he came on the show next week, I was like, yeah, I end up getting that 38 for 60K. It wouldn't even surprise me. Be like, yeah.
Do you guys have like price estimations that you think is gonna end at? It got 17 hours until it closes, and it's already at 60K.
Bro, 38. It's hard to say. And let me be the if we had our whole panel tonight, this would be super controversial. Trevor's not gonna agree with this. I've never been big on the like first 10K narrative. Like,
well, I am a founder of sub 10K, so I will be controversial.
Yeah, he's a founder of sub K.
So we could go for it, but
yeah, no, I mean, I get the narrative. It's just the type of person I am. It's not like I don't understand why other people don't feel that way. I just personally, I would rather like rock with the artist or like who you are, what your project is, over just like, and like you actually, in your defense, like you actually created like freaking like real projects too, like under with your inscriptions.
Never mind, I can't box you. You're too nice.
I know, yeah. Stay in your square, Chris. Don't give him defense. Stay in your square.
It was more so like let's like copy pasta like a bunch of like random stuff, and just call it valuable because we got in there. That I get the narrative, but it's just like, I don't know, it just doesn't like sit well with me.
No, I get you to like this my own. There's definitely a lot of not good inscriptions in the sub 10K that I would never personally rock or look at, but they're there and they're in their first 10K, so they deserve their spot.
So can you? We didn't really get to that earlier. I have so many of these tabs open. Let me pull this down real quick. What is, so you said you're the co-founder of the sub 10K. We talked about Butoshi's, but we didn't talk about the sub 10K. Can we talk about that real quick?
So back when it was actually, I want to say the space about the sub 10K might have been one of the first spaces we've ever had on Ordinals, hosted by Leonidas, because he was like super big on historical and like being a historical crypto archaeologist, and he really loved the sub 10, like the first sub 10K, because to him or to all of us, it's a way of basically stamping. It's like marking down on history, literally scribbling on the chain. Hey, I was here before all of you guys were, and it's like silly little number literally proves it. But that first rush, like that race to the first 10K inscriptions was like exhilarating, bro. Nobody slept. I didn't sleep for like a couple of days, like while this was going on. Everyone is bloodshot. Everyone I'm talking to, their eyes are bloodshot.
Yeah,
and we're just here. And after like the first 10K passes, we all just kind of like stopped. We were like, what do we do now? We all have our separate projects. And Inscribe Pepe's founders, Z, Waves, and Owl actually kind of came together and was like, hey, we should start a community banding together all of the 10K collections and just have this big, because community is everything in the crypto space, like above all the projects, above all the degeneracy. And there's actually like on the panel I talked about, but community is everything. And if we could band together the community of everyone who was there from the start, all the founders who were there from the start, all the participants who were there from the start, is one community that's kind of like our home of, I guess, OGs who were there in the space. So they put that together. They asked me, I think it was Bears and like other founders to come together to like help organize it. And when we announced it, that's when all the other founders within the sub 10K were coming through saying like, hey, like, can we be a part of this? Can our communities be a part of this? And we kind of banded together within like the first week to set that up. And I've been helping keeping it alive since then. Leo ran that space for us when it first came out. And then it just kind of became like ingrained in the ecosystem.
Yeah, dude, I see this. I forgot about the sell, this inscription.
Oh my God, that one was nuts.
What is that right now? Because like if we're talking about price predictions for these shrooms, let's see what a 8 sold for. That sold for $430,000.
430 bucks. But that's a solo digit inscription, right? That was inscription like 8.
So the sub 10K, was it basically you just organized like and made it like a findable the first 10K inscriptions like through marketplaces?
Yeah, we had to get the support of marketplaces and be like, hey, can you like actually add a section for us and just like nudge them a bit? Like, I promise we'll get you some volume. Just like put the 10K together. And yeah, so we all have like the categories for that. And it was actually, so we've always had a category for a really long time, but we actually haven't had the volume show. It was only about 2 weeks ago when Magic Eden added volume for the sub 10K, so it actually shows up since a lot of traders trade based on volume. So that's fairly new.
Heck yeah, man.
But ever since that 10.4 Bitcoin sales, like the sub 10K floor has been flying. And like we've been getting a lot of sales. So it's interesting because it's validating. Like all these high sales, 10.4 Bitcoin, the Sotheby's auctions for the shrooms, it validates how much people actually care about inscription numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it just carries on to like the 10K and the sub 1K and everything else.
I mean, it's definitely there. Like, I mean, collectors in general, like typically go for the first, of anything. So I can see people wanting that. Again, for me, it's just a matter of like, if I did value it more, it would be more so with projects like I really like, project like art I would really like enjoy, or like people I would know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely so when it comes to like what you just specifically said, in terms of like my collection or other collections that are within the sub 10K, project founders or projects who are doing something, who have a stronger community, they're actually valued way higher than the floor, like times 3 or times 4 based on the sub 10K floor, off those like cool looking arts or off those projects or communities. So it's definitely a factor that adds increased value to your collection.
So with that in mind, so we just saw, I forgot about that sale actually, 430K for the sale of a number 8 inscription. I think that was it.
Yeah.
This number 38 is valued at 60K. It's so hard to be like, oh, it's this value, but what are you guys thinking it's going to do before tomorrow? You think it's going to go? You think it's going to continue to go up?
150 racks.
Okay.
150
is my prediction.
Your prediction? Oh.
Bro, if it lands on 150, that's gonna be legendary. We're gonna have to like clip this, and if it doesn't, we're just gonna have to delete this and pretend like it never happened.
I mean, it's gonna be like 100.
It's gonna hit 100. It's gonna hit 100. 100%.
It's going 2x in 24 hours.
Absolutely.
I mean, it 2x's in the last 10 minutes. That's how these things usually work.
Honestly,
right. You're right.
They like box at the last like 5 minutes before it gets concluded.
I don't know, man. Like, obviously, like, I'm like not even in the factor of these type of things, but like, I think they're really cool, and especially that Sotheby's. I was really impressed to hear that they were like actually tracking Bitcoin ordinals. Like, I knew they were like kind of had their pulse on the space, but during that interview that they had on the ordinal show, literally they were like making Sparrow wallets and trying to inscribe back in February. So I was like, dang, they like, they're not just like, picking something that's hot right now after seeing that big sale and then trying to do something. It's like they've been here.
I also
they've always been here.
There was a very interesting conversation I had with Bitcoin shrooms in general, because the shrooms are based off of Nintendo, and Nintendo is one of the biggest beasts that we have in terms of copyright. So the fact that the Sotheby's kind of said, "Fuck Nintendo, we're gonna auction these off," is very interesting to me, because I think that was like one of the biggest stops on why he didn't launch. He was like, somewhere it was rumored he was scared of Nintendo, but like these are the Nintendo shrooms.
Yeah, I just got the new Mario Wonders. Is pretty good. It definitely gives me those vibes.
Like, what are your guys' like takes on that in terms of the copyright?
I guess if he's not doxxed, then it's going to be challenging. Is this guy not doxxed?
I don't think he's doxxed at all.
Yeah, so it's going to be challenging to find and fine, and it's not like they can like take it down. So I don't know.
Yeah, but
like controversial.
If there is a copyright Sotheby's, they might go after Sotheby's for that.
I was about to say,
the person that created it.
Yeah, I agree with Ken. I think Sotheby's is in more danger than the person behind Bitcoin Shrooms, because like they're the ones that like hosted the auction.
I think this auction will definitely bring like the Shrooms' attention to Nintendo, if anything. Especially if it makes headlines. Nintendo sees it and they're like, these are our assets.
Oh, they're gonna want their bread if they see this.
100%.
You sold one of our mushrooms for $120,000. A JPEG of it.
I'm gonna need you to take it down. We can't take it down. What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
you heard of ordinals, Nintendo? Let me put you on.
Luke Dash Jr. pops in. All right, hold my beer. I got you. I'll censor it for you. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a very interesting point, particularly with Sotheby's. That's something that's something like you don't normally like hear asked when you have the right guest, because it's like you don't want to throw that conversation off, but at the same time you really want it to be asked. Like when Trevor hosted that guy from Sotheby's, he was like head of digital art at Sotheby's. It would have been nice to kind of hear his take on it, but it's one of those things like, I worked really hard to book this guy. Do I like hit him with this like burner question, like, put him on the spot?
That would be dang. But
That wouldn't be a burner question. Because me personally, I don't think Sotheby's would do this if they didn't do their research. And they'd be stupid if they didn't do their research and they're doing this. So I would guess that they did their due diligence before they did the auction, as they did with all the other NFTs they've already had on auction before. I would guess. And you said they've been in the space since February. So I would guess they know what they're doing. Because if that is a huge copyright issue, that's that's a big issue.
it was like a point that someone else also said is, would Nintendo take this? Because Nintendo can't lose a court case. Like the moment that they lose like a copyright infringement case against someone, like people are gonna see that weakness in Nintendo. So is it worth for Nintendo to even pursue this? Because I feel like since it's a parody, they might not even have a case. The Bitcoin apes / Bitcoin apes went through copyright stuff, didn't they? Basically, Yuga asked Magic Eden to take it down, and they complied.
Yeah, they got DMCA just from the marketplace, but you know, Huga, it would be on there. It'd be it's a lot bigger competitor to Huga to have copied Bored Apes than it would be for like Nintendo to have these mushrooms, you know, because I mean, of course they're gonna want their bread, but at the end of the day, like a couple $100,000's like nothing to Nintendo. So they might just not bat an eye towards it. But I don't know. I mean,
if they do more Ordinals presents.
If they do more Ordinals presents, but it's one of those things, is any publicity good publicity? I guess so, you know, but it definitely makes some headlines. You're going to have Elizabeth Warren telling everybody, I told you so. It's nothing but laundering on Bitcoin or on crypto.
So what's Elizabeth's whole point? Like, what's this like massive push that she's doing, as well as JP Morgan CEO is doing? You guys saw those?
Oh, yeah, I saw all of them.
Yeah, I saw them.
Miss makes $200K a year, net worth 87 million. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
Yeah. She makes $400K a month.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the recent thing was she's trying to instate a bill that is anti-crypto laundering that is supposed to go live like as soon as she can try to get it passed. I have seen like her history with bills though. While I'm not like super involved with that side of things, it doesn't look like she has a very good approval rate of things that she proposes. But basically, yeah, it's just like people are using crypto to launder. But last time this happened, I think actually with the JP Morgan thing, now that you brought it up, whatever it was they brought up, you know how like Twitter has those like reader context things now?
Yeah.
Dude, it like destroyed the whole argument because it was like JP Morgan. What was their claim? Do you remember JP Morgan's claim exactly?
It was
100%.
It was basically talking about how crypto is used for money laundering, and like it's just like the usual, like it's used for like criminal and gangs and crime.
So is US dollar. A lot more is using US dollar, but hey.
Yeah, that's what it was. So the note for it was basically like all like traceable crypto that like we've seen. It factors up less than 1% of crypto transactions have actually been used for like crime. And so it's just kind of like. And then I even saw a stat. I don't want to just throw a number out there, but like basically on cash and like other assets. And it's like, that's where like the real problem is. But, you know, they kind of favor off of those problems and probably don't favor as much from the crypto problem. So it's just kind of cold shoulder towards crypto.
It's hard for them to control.
There's also that thing. I thought you were going to bring up the roast against JP Morgan, where it's talking about JP Morgan basically having like a couple $100 billion in fees they had to pay for illegal activities they've done.
Yeah, I saw that. That was actually like 2021 too. They had to pay for like the previous decade of basically malicious activity that they were doing. 1 billion. Yeah, or it was like just short of 1 billion in fines. So
it's like they're just all hypocrites. It's just like, give me my self-custody, bro. Like it's not that serious.
Dude, even this recent thing with the Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I'll actually show this, you know, because I have it pulled up. You know, obviously we were like up only for like the last like 90 days. And it was crazy. Like we dipped, you know, a couple of days ago. It might have even been yesterday. It feels like a month here, you know. But it was like right after we dipped, they came out with the Elizabeth Warren statement of like a new anti-money crypto laundering bill. It's like, what are you know, like they obviously, some people knew that was coming because like that was like they priced it in the day before. Just nuts how manipulated some of those can be.
All right, guys, when are we hitting the all-time high again?
Hey, that's the question. It's the question, man. What do you think, Ken?
Next year, I think by late spring next year, we might be. I mean, we might be at least 50K
Like before or
We-
after the happening?
before.
Before.
You gotta sell the news, bro. After it happening, it's gonna come right back down a little bit. I
Nah.
think, but I'm just guessing.
I think after is going to be the best prices up until like, you know, maybe mid 2025. Like obviously depending on like what the macro is doing. Just because like if you look at the last 3 halvings, they like each of them have went up hundreds, if not thousands of percents afterwards. We actually had a conversation about this recently, and Dogfather Analytics wrote up a really good post about it, kind of talking about why that happens. And it was very informative. But yeah, I've not had the same success as like maybe others have in the space, but every time I find myself trusting cycles, it's usually worked out. So I'm just going to kind of trust like what history has already shown. And I think kind of what Ken said, sell the news. I think that's more so building up to the ETF. Now, I don't think it's going to be like a massive sell-off, but I definitely think that some of these institutions probably already have their foot in the water. And maybe it's not priced in completely, but like maybe it's a little bit more priced in than we expect, and then maybe it doesn't like shoot up like people expect it to, and maybe you have some shakeouts there. But again, that's just me guessing. I mean, either way, like I'm positioned pretty well because I actually started doing my like buying when Bitcoin dipped to 17K and like all the like crypto and alts around that. So I'm just kind of chilling, you know, no matter what right now. But it's exciting to see. I mean, almost like 90 days of like straight up, man. Like, and then like lots of exciting news happening, and then like the ETF and the halving and all that. Lots of development that happened this year. Yeah, it's a super exciting time in my opinion.
And with order
What do you
levels,
think?
to me, I think that we hit 150K sometime next year, or like 100K sometime.
Oh damn! It's the 150.
Okay. I wanna explain
Kool-Aid.
I'll down the fuck out this Kool-Aid, but I wanna talk about my I guess thought process in terms of like my general macro crypto bull case. And it does sound pretty insane, so please bear with me. But I actually see AI as its own sentient entity. That's what it's going to lead up to. Like right now, AI is a really sick tool, but humans are kind of crazy. And with how AI development is going, eventually AI is going to span out to be like its own sentient digital entity in terms of being able to do things without human intervention. And if you have this digital entity that's connected to the internet, if you wanted to connect to the human economy, literally the best thing that we have to allow an AI digital entity to connect with the human physical world in terms of power is crypto. Because crypto gives them the opportunity to have their own ecosystem, interact with their own ecosystem, send payments to each other. Because all they got to do is kind of like create a crypto wallet and manage that. And that's all done through API calls. So I think there's going to be some crazy intersection in terms of just the tech going on, the world macro, not trusting governments. I mean, how many banks did we already have fail since the first one failed in San Francisco? Like 6 or 7. And I just think that there's 3 celestial beasts lining up, which is world macro, AI, and the general vision of crypto that's going on right now. And now we have a full on-chain ecosystem in Bitcoin for the first time in 14 years, leading up to the halving, and all this crazy shit's going on. So I don't know. I'll stop drinking Kool-Aid, but that's basically my
you're
prediction.
guzzling Kool-Aid.
I'm
guzzling. Double fisting that Kool-Aid, bro.
That's a spicy take, man. Are you in any AI specific coins right now?
I don't like AI coins because they're all fluff. They're all bullshit. I mean, Tao is cool, but all the other AI coins are just using AI as like a hot topic. So I'm not really into them.
I'm in one. It's like supposed to be an audit system, like AI to like audit contracts, and it's supposed to be better than like what like obviously like GPT could do if you plug in a contract to that. I probably should have looked more into it, but it's kind of one of my DGen plays. Where
Look, Mr. Wagner agrees with me.
Prediction 100K by having ETF FOMO, less than 2 million supply on exchanges. Let's go. Bullish.
No, I know that exact AI coin you're talking to, and to me, okay. So the reason why it's able to audit smart contracts, or I'm kind of guessing, but the reason why it's able to audit smart contracts more efficiently than GPT It's because they probably just have a model that's fine-tuned on smart contracts and fine-tuned on like on basically auditing these smart contracts. But to me, it's like you don't need to have that behind a coin. That could just be a tool on its own to audit smart contracts. That's why I say like all of the AI coins are fluff, because you could have these sick tools without the need of a coin next to it. And coins, people don't really do much.
Hey, bro, don't flood my bags, man.
I'm not funny. Sorry. Left Kirby. It don't matter, bro.
Fud it.
That's the next Bitcoin right there.
No, but my takes are like I'm mid curving this right now, so just left curve. It doesn't matter, bro. Like all your bags are going to go up in a bull run, especially with the word like AI slapped on top of it. I'm just giving my personal opinion.
Yeah, I have a less extreme view, but I get the view you're going with. I have a little less extreme view. I feel like that AI is going to push the need for proof of ownership, which is going to push people to blockchain tech, especially with like deep fakes, just getting like unrealistically close, like people having AI models of themselves, content being stolen, all of that. I think that these are going to people are going to need to find a way to verify themselves on the internet.
So buy WorldCoin is what you're telling me.
No, I don't think WorldCoin is that solution. I think just other forms of verification, however that looks. I don't know. I don't have this figured out. I just know that the two are going to link, because AI is you don't know what's real, and then blockchain is, well, we can at least verify what we know. Now, how we do that in a manner that like keeps people safe, keeps their information safe, I don't know. I'm not scanning my eyeballs. Are you?
I'm not. I didn't scan my eyeballs.
I am. I'm scanning everything, bro.
No, I 100,000% agree with your take. That's why I'm also bullish on blockchain tech, because we are entering a crazy, scary part of society where it's like you're not going to be able to trust footage. You're not even going to be able to trust CCTV footages. Like that's how good AI tech is getting and is going to get to fabricate a lot. Like everything's going to be fabricated. Nothing's going to be real. How can we trust things, or at least verify things using blockchain tech? Don't have a solution, but I feel that blockchain tech is definitely an answer regarding that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, even if I feel like, if you're doxxed, I don't see this as much of a problem. And this is off the top of my head. It's probably gonna sound stupid, but like, even if I could like verify myself with my my Ninja right now, or something like that, that's a Bitcoin, or you could verify yourself with one of your ordinals. It's kind of like you have to have that token to like go live, because like you own that token and nobody else owns that token. I kind of see it in a way like that. But I guess the question would be like, well, what happens when you sell it or transfer it or get hacked? Which, I mean, there's going to be new problems. Like if you get hacked, now, somebody could do something sketchy. And there's also going to be new solutions. So it's too much like a rabbit hole to think through. But I know that there's going to be types of verification that are like somewhat safe for everybody to use.
No, that would make sense. I'm sure we'll have some giga brains like make the solution, but AI tech is getting scary, and its implications on society are gonna bust out of nowhere. It's like sudden. What's the word? It's like slowly, and then all at once, or like suddenly. I don't know.
Wait, so you saying AI is gonna be sentient by the end of next year? In your opinion?
I think it's possible. That's more so like my general crypto macro, like why I'm bullish, like perma bullish on crypto being integrated into our society as a whole. But in terms of when AI will be sentient, in terms of AGI, it could be next year. I think within 3 years is when something like that will happen.
That's fair.
Have you tried Grok?
Yeah, Grok is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty ass for an LLM, but it's cool for the live data.
I agree. I've had bad experiences with it. I was so hyped about it too. I was like, man, this is gonna be a game changer for Twitter, and it just sucks. It's terrible. I think
it's all right, but it's not good. I think it'll get there. I think they'll train it up really good, especially with the amount of people using it. That's the thing. Like the moment Elon Musk bought Twitter, and I read something about like his AI push, I'm like, okay, so he just got access to like the world's literal database that's live.
I've seen Elon and ChatGPT kind of banter back and forth about AI because I guess they stole his data, but he also like stole some of their code or something like that. It's kind of funny seeing them go back and forth.
In terms of like the AI or like the company?
AI.
See, I also agree with Wagner's point in like how AI could integrate with like blockchain tech.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. No, ultimately, you can sum this whole space up to say that you need a sub 10K ordinal in order to ever go live again. If you don't have a sub 10K, if you don't have a sub 10K ordinal, the internet will not let you go live. There's like going to be systems in place for that.
You can't post on Twitter. You can't post on YouTube. You can't post on Twitch unless you connect your Xverse wallet.
Hey, shout out to Xverse and Jan who didn't show up tonight.
Yeah.
But
I have a Butoshi. Which one's one of your coolest ordinal you have? Do you have an image of it?
Coolest ordinals.
Yeah.
I mean, my Boot King profile pic is like my inscription number 3,314. I'm biased,
Nice.
but to me, that's like my coolest one. I also have like a Squiggles. I like Opium Pups a lot. I just got my Fimoji recently. I have my little Peepo. I don't know. I just be buying shit. I don't sell anything I get as a founder because I'm like, these are all my
you don't
projects.
sell shit? Oh man. That's where the fuck up. That's where the fuck up happens, man.
now, if you're a founder, you need those connections.
But also, like, it just feels too early to sell everything. It's like, bro, like, I don't feel comfortable selling any like historical inscriptions until we beat Ethereum's NFC market cap.
Okay, so you're gonna be holding for a while then, huh?
Will it be a while? I don't know. We'll find out.
I mean, Ethereum is definitely getting its market share shredded between Bitcoin ordinals and competitive L1 chains like AVAX and Solana.
So like Solana got like his own section, but to me, it's like ordinals directly competes with Ethereum in terms of like market cap share and volume. Because I was an Ethereum degen for 2 years, and I put hella money into like trading volume, especially like botting everything. But now I'm permanently in ordinals, and a lot of people I know have moved from Ethereum to ordinals, and that's straight bans getting taken from Ethereum's chain and being in ordinals, circulating in ordinals. And I think that as more money comes to ordinals and more people rely or reside in ordinals, it's exactly ETH is fucking testnet. So like the more people see these numbers, the more people see ETH not doing that good, more people come to ordinals. It becomes this void where it's like, if you're in this space as a degenerate trader, you want to make money, you can't fade ordinals. Like you just can't. It's just negative EV. Like you'll be a bad trader if you do.
Ordinals need more Sotheby auctions, more things like that. Then the ball really starts rolling out of Ethereum.
This is the first time we've had Sotheby's auctions too. It's like these are all just little stepping stones. Like,
yeah,
it's starting. We just had a 430K sale. Like it's starting. Like these things have impact. All of these matter. I was gonna say in terms of Miami, I have gone to a lot of ETH events as well. Because it's like, okay, cool, we're connected with everyone in ordinals. We need to connect with people who aren't in ordinals to get them into ordinals. So
out of the bubble.
Exactly. So like just kind of like spreading out. I know that a lot of ordinals people, a lot of my friends go to different events, but ETH influencers and ETH people, like they're all already interested in ordinals. Like they just want to talk to people who are in ordinals so they could get into it. But they see the headlines, they see the news, and they see the numbers. They're already intrigued. They just need their handheld for a little bit. So like
there's definitely room for both. I'm honestly more onto the ETH DeFi side than I am like the Bitcoin DeFi side. And I just, again, this is a little bit longer conversation than we have time for, but I see ordinals are going to be expensive and people are going to need to use L2s to like develop and use, the chain and stuff. Whereas on ETH's roadmap, like they're going to get those gas fees down. Once they get those gas fees down, I think it's going to take back a lot of market share from competitors. I still think Solana and AVAX are going to do fine. I think ETH will get a lot more market share.
On that, do you know that you could watch like a ad to skip gas fee now on Ethereum?
I saw that.
Oh, weird.
That's a good idea, man. It's a funny idea for advertisers. But yeah, I think once ETH can like figure it out, what they've been stalling for the last 2 years, I definitely see people wanting to use the chain just for different reasons than they would ordinals. Like to me, it's still my biggest bull case for ordinals, despite some of the things we're doing, because we're doing some pretty like creative stuff as well, is just the like permanence, the immutability, that it's on Bitcoin, it's there forever. Like that's my biggest bull case as somebody who's coming from ETH. But I'm still not really. I know this is going to be possible. I'm currently not looking into ordinals for like, a Web3 gaming project that's going to start up and like, have massive adoption. I'm not looking into ordinals for this other like crazy expensive thing that that would cost a ton of money, even through like I don't even know how they would do it recursive. Like I'm looking to ETH and other solutions for that. So yeah, I just there's obviously just room for everybody in it.
I mean, have you heard of Life Beyond? They're launching one of the first metaversal games based on ordinals. So I think that'll be a very interesting study.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a setback with that recently, or am I getting that wrong? Hold on, let me check.
I'm not sure. They have the Sparks thing, which is part of their ecosystem. But beyond that, I'm not sure.
Well, so I work for, I'm going to make sure that this is public before I say it. Hold on one second. I'm pretty sure that it is. Give me just 1 second. I got to verify.
So, what do you feel about gaming though, when it comes to, the metaverse and all this? Because I know Ethereum L2s have gaming on lock right now. But how do you feel? Do you think Bitcoin could compete in that aspect, or is just way too expensive?
I think it's way to do anything on chain on Bitcoin in terms of gaming is way too expensive. You won't be able to sustain anything. In terms of having a game integrate ordinal assets, I think that's cool. But it doesn't really do like the Web3 gaming that ETH or Solana could pull off. Yeah, but who knows? Who knows what comes out? Who knows? Who knows if Runes gives us access to DeFi on chain again? That's more efficient.
So you pick Runes over BRC20s?
Oh, I pick. Well, the only reason why I would pick Runes over BRC20 is because since it's it'll take. So BRC20 requires 2 transactions to basically sell. You gotta get the transfer and then you gotta actually like transfer it. But Runes, it'll be done in like 1 go. And I feel that Runes would just be more efficient, especially in terms of just like pricing. I don't know. We'll see. I like Runes though, just because the name is cool. I judge books by covers.
Right.
So I can say what I was saying earlier. So for BTC Frontier Fund, the last cohort, part of the cohort was Force Prime, and they're building like fully functional on-chain games on Bitcoin. I don't know the technical side of it, but I know it's from like 1 line of code and it's able to like generate you a wallet, and it's pretty seamless for like anybody just to be able to like get on their website and like create something. So that's pretty cool protocol.
They're doing that on Bitcoin? Oh,
yeah, okay. they call it a Force Prime. I think it's specifically like Force Prime /IO. But we are coming up on the hour. Any final words, Butoshi, before we close out? And of course, Whole Corner got it right. Hit the like button, guys. Get this into the algos. Appreciate you guys. Thanks everybody that was in chat and that watched tonight.
I don't really have anything to say. Just Stack Sass, don't let Elizabeth Warren fudge your bags, bro. They hate us because they hate us.
I love it. This man's got another party to go to. He's not done yet.
Word.
Amount enough. He's
Oh, if any of you guys know because Cosmo Di Medici, I'm going to his LA event like right after this. So I'm gonna kill more motherfuckers on ordinals. I love doing that.
Awesome.
Medici is not into ordinals yet?
No, I actually don't. I don't even know if he's gonna be there, but like he's the one hosting the gallery event with the artists that he picked. I have no clue. I don't think he's in ordinals yet. But I definitely think he's heard of it. I mean, you can't be in the space and not have heard of ordinals yet.
Yeah, they've heard of it. There's just a lot of Ethereum people are sleeping on it because it hasn't passed the. It needs that wow factor. Like I said, the Sotheby's is one step towards that. We got to get the masses involved, like the Ethereum people did earlier on. So that's just where we're at right now. But before I go, Chris, I just want to, we got to shout out Bitcoin is Dead, bro. You didn't shout that out. Your show that you guys Or the ops. Straight up ops. You guys come on exact same time we come on Thursdays. It's a pretty cool show. You're there with Troy, Big God.
Oh,
It's a
ordinals
cool-
are dead. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
because you said Bitcoin is dead. I was like, what show is that?
Oh shit, yeah. Ordinals.
Oh, okay. Ordinals are dead. Okay, what about it?
Yeah, I'm just shouting it out. Yeah, you guys coming on Thursdays as well. So I had to shout you guys out. That's a cool show. I watch it. You guys are pretty funny, man. It's live too. Do you guys all go to a studio or
Yeah, so we all go to the IRL Alpha studio, which is like if you guys are ever in LA, actually like pull through, bro. We would love to have you guys and like chat it up because
Dude, that'd be
IRL
sick.
Alpha does the show weekly, and they just let us use the studio for the Dead show like a couple hours prior.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. What an opportunity.
So definitely come through if you guys are ever in LA. There's a bomb burger spot nearby. If y'all like smash burgers, we'll take you to that. It's
Smash
slap.
Burgers?
Yeah.
Just no pizza spots.
No,
Just burgers.
I'm tired of pizza. Are you guys tired of pizza? Does Trevor like force you? Does Trevor give you guys like a pizza for lunch?
He forces us to eat pizza.
That's my that's our salaries in pizza, actually. Just saying.
Oh.
Wait, what do you feel about? Have you tried Master Burger before, Butoshi?
I've not.
Oh man, you're tripping, bro.
That's in LA.
In LA, you haven't? Yeah, it's in the hood though. That's where the good burgers is at, man. Master Burger, you got to try that.
All right, I'll check that out. Actually, get some munchies
Yeah,
tonight.
order it on Uber Eats. Yeah,
Okay.
it's some good burger. It's people don't really talk about it or know about it that much, but it's pretty good.
Okay, I'll check it out. They actually kind of look fire.
Yeah, just don't go pick it up yourself though
Okay.
at night.
Okay.
Sweet. Well, Butoshi, thank you so much for being on the show. Guys, we'll be live at the same time Thursday, which is 6:30 Eastern time, PM. We're going to have Aki from DLC Link on the show and hopefully some of our regulars then as well. And we'll see you guys next time.